Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, class. The Honorable Miss Yuna Tresna SSMUM. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to presentation today. And I would like thanks to all my classmates from 6A. First of all, let us express our thanks to the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala because of His blessing. So we are able to gather here today for our entrepreneurship in English education department. After that, let us introduce ourselves. First, my name is ADITTIYA as the moderator for today, and we have ANDIKA PRASETYA, ABIGAIL parent, AISYAH AURELIA, AWRA DIVA, and DINI DAMAYANTI. So today presentation we are going to talking about the entrepreneur spirit insight from business pioneers Steve Jobs and Nadiem Makarim. So the first one it will be delivered by AURA or DINI. The time is yours.
Okay. From the slide, we can see the Steve Jobs and Apple. Here's the Steve Jobs picture and the Apple logo. Next. Okay, now we're moving to the next slide. Who is Steve Jobs? Next. Okay, here's a short biography of Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. In 1955, he was born Stephen Paul Jobs on February 24 in San Francisco, California, in the US. And in 1972, he attended Trinity College and the same year. In 1976, he and his friend founded the Apple Company and became CEO in 1977. Then, in 1980, the age of 25, he was already a millionaire with a fortune of 250 million USD. Then, in 1981, he took over to develop the Macintosh and launch it in 1984. The launch of Macintosh did not go well, and Steve Jobs decided to resign from Apple in 1985 and founded NEXT, which is famous for its technical strength and software development system. 1 year later, in 1986, he worked at Pixar and became the executive producer for Pixar movies. Then, in 1997, Steve Jobs returned to Apple and became interim CEO after Apple failed in negotiations. And in 2,000 years later, he decided to become permanent CEO of Apple. Then, in 2004, he resigned from Pixar and focused entirely on Apple, before dying at the age of 56 on October 5, 2011 in Palo Alto, California, USA. This slide will be delivered by Dini.
Okay. Next is Steve Jobs' job before become the permanent CEO of Apple. He was the founder of Next, an American technology company specialized in computer workstations and was founded in 1985. Then he worked at Pixar and became CEO and majority shareholder. His leadership at Pixar helped creatives become the driving force behind some of the most successful films of the past 20 years and helped Pixar become a powerhouse in animated movies.
Okay, next we have brief story Apple. The first one, Apple was founded in 1960 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. They started in small garage creating the Apple I computer. Over the years, Apple grew into a global tech giant, known for innovations with design and user-friendly products. In the early days, Apple introduced personal computers like in the Macintosh, which revolutionized the industry with its graphical user interface. However, the company faced ups and downs, including Steve Jobs leaving Apple in 1985 and returning in 1997. His comeback marked a turning point, leading to the creation of groundbreaking products. So Apple have some products. Here is the first one is MacBook. It's Apple's line of laptops known for their sleek design, powerful performance, and seamless interaction with macOS. The second one is iPod, launched in 2001. The iPod changed the way we listen to the music, introduced iTunes and the concept of carrying thousands of songs in our pockets. The three is we have iPhone, is one of Apple's most impactful products. Since 2007, the iPhone has defined the smartphone industry with its innovative touchscreen, app store, and high-quality cameras. The last one, it is iPad, introduced in 2007. The iPad redefines tablets, offering a balance between smartphones and laptops, making it ideal for work, creativity, and entertainment.
All right, in the next slide, we have now that Steve Jobs is considered one of the most influential figures in technology and business. So let me explain about his visionary and innovator. Well, Steve Jobs didn't just create a product. He envisioned the future of technology in ways that the other had not. He was always ahead of his time, imagining how technology could transform human interaction. Revolutionized a personal computer. Steve Jobs, along with Steve Wozniak, introduced the Apple I and Apple II, which become the foundation of modern personal computers. Next, with the launch of iPod and iTunes, he can change the music industry. Steve Jobs revolutionized how people listen to and perceive digital music. And three is redefined smartphones. The iPhone from 2007 set new standard with its touchscreen interface and app ecosystem, transforming the mobile phone industry. Then the last, Steve Jobs invented in Steve Jobs played a crucial role in the growth of Pixar Animation Studios, which produced a blockbuster films like Toy Story and Finding Nemo. Can go next. Now, one of Steve Jobs' greatest strengths was his ability to create products that were not only technologically advanced but also aesthetically pleasing and easy to use. We can see his products are simply in design. Steve Jobs insisted on elegant, minimalist design. For example, the iPhone had only one main button, and making it intuitive and easy to use, isn't it? Next, he always prioritizing user experience. He believed that technology should be accessible to everyone without the need for complex manuals. This philosophy was reflected in Mac operation system, iPhone, and iPads, all of which focus on seamless user experience. And the last is he uncompromising quality. Steve Jobs was known for his perfectionism, ensuring that every Apple product maintained the highest standard in both form and function. We can move to the next slide.
Okay, so I'm moving to Steve's legacy and impact. So Steve Jobs left a powerful legacy by turning Apple into a global tech giant. His groundbreaking innovations in design, technology, and user experience continue to influence the industry today. But beyond Apple, what truly set Jobs apart was his visionary leadership. He inspired countless entrepreneurs to think outside of the box, take risks, and pursue their ambitions with passion. His ability to combine creativity with technology changed how we interact with devices, making them more intuitive and user friendly. And even now, his influence can be seen in the way companies approach innovation, always striving for simplicity, elegance, and seamless user experience. Next slide, please.
Okay, so Steve Jobs has been an inspiration for many entrepreneurs. The first one, Steve Jobs taught that innovation comes from because Jobs believed in pushing boundaries and challenging the status quo. He once said, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. His fearless approach to creating groundbreaking products continues to inspire business leaders to think outside the box. And number two, Steve Jobs highlighted the importance of aesthetic, simplicity, and user experience. He combined technology with design. This philosophy has influenced countless startups and tech companies today. And the third one, Steve Jobs' career was filled with ups and downs, but he never gave up. After being fired from Apple in 1985, he founded NextD and Pixar, both of which achieved remarkable success. When he returned to Apple in 1997, he led the company to new heights, proving that failure can be a stepping stone to success. And the last one, Steve Jobs was not just a tech genius, he was also a master at marketing and storytelling. His products launches were legendary, captivating audiences with simple yet powerful messaging. Next slide, please.
Okay, let's we move to the Nadiem, Makarim, and Gojek to the sessions. So the first very part was going to by AURA or DINI. The time is yours, please.
Okay. In this slide, is tell about short biography. Nadiem Makarim was born on July 4th, 1984 in Singapore. He attended elementary and middle school in Jakarta, then finished his high school in Singapore. In 2002, he majored in international relations at Brown University in the United States and was an exchange student at the London School of Economics. After earning his bachelor's degree in 2006, 3 years later he took graduate school and earned a Master of Business Administration degree at Harvard Business School. Later, Nadiem moved around. He worked at McKinsey & Co., Zalora Indonesia, and Kartuku before founding Gojek. Next.
Okay, we'll move to the Nadiem's work journey. So Nadiem is known to have worked at McKinsey & Co., It is a well-known consulting firm in Jakarta and spent 3 years working there from 2006 to 2009. Then, he became co-founder and managing director of Zalora Indonesia in 2011 before deciding to leave in 2012 and build his own company, Gojek. Then after leaving Zalora, from 2013 to 2014, Nadiem became Chief Innovation Officer at Kartuku while developing Gojek. And Kartuku had no competitors in the cashless payment system in Indonesia and was acquired by Gojek to strengthen GoPay. Then, in 2010, Nadiem founded Gojek, and this Gojek was first established as a call center that only offered motorcycle services. But now, Gojek has transformed into a large application that provides more than 20 services. And then Nadiem resigned from his position as CEO of Gojek and turned into the Minister of Education and Culture. Next one.
Okay, let's move to talk about Gojek app launch in 2015. Gojek started as a simple motorcycle ride-hailing service in Indonesia. At first, it was just a phone-based system connecting riders with passengers. But in 2015, Gojek launched its mobile app, making the service much more efficient and accessible for users. This was a major turning point that helped Gojek grow rapidly. So we have service expansion in Gojek. The first one is GoRide for motorcycle taxis and GoCar for car transportation. And next is GoFood for food delivery. And the last one is GoPay as a digital payment solutions.
Okay, so Gojek is one of Indonesia's biggest success stories. What started as a small call center for motorcycle taxis and grew into a tech giant that transformed daily life for millions. And in 2019, Gojek made history as the country's first decacorn, meaning its valuation surpassed 10 billion. This was a huge milestone, proving that Southeast Asia startup scene could compete globally. And in 2021, Gojek merged with Tokopedia to create Goto Group, and this was a game changer because it brought together ride-hailing, digital payments, and e-commerce under one ecosystem, making services more connected and convenient. Gojek is not just about rides anymore, and it's about making life easier, whether you need food delivery, digital payments, or even financial services. It's become part of people's daily routines, proving how technology can simplify everyday tasks. And Gojek's journey shows how innovation and adaptability can turn a simple idea into something that impacts millions of lives.
The next one, we have impact on digital economy. The first one is Gojek expansion had a significant impact on Indonesia's economy. It helped small business, especially food vendors, reach more customers through GoFood. And it boosts Indonesia's digital financial ecosystem with GoPay, encouraging cashless transactions. And the last one, we have it creates millions of job opportunity for drivers, merchants, and service providers.
Okay, the next one. As you know, Gojek has lots of achievement, isn't it? Now, let me introduce you and explain how Gojek was born, and I will give you these 3 points. The first one, Gojek is an initial idea and problem to solve. Gojek was founded by the idea of solving inefficiency in Indonesia motorcycle taxi industry, or we usually call it ojek. Back in time before Gojek, finding an object was time consuming and prices were often unregulated. It's we can call it it have a high prices. Now the goal was to make object rides more accessible, convenient, and fair for both driver and passengers. The second one, it is a business model. In its early days, Gojek operated as a call center where customers could request an object ride. Instead of searching for a available driver on the street, a customer call an Gojek, which will then connect them with an available driver. This helped reduce waiting times and improve efficiency. The last one, the challenge and initial steps in building the company. Back in time, Gojek faced several challenges in its early days, including convincing Gojek driver to join the system and ensuring reliable service and then competing with traditional Gojek service. Now, the company gradually built trust by offering fair earnings for driver and a more structured system for passengers. As smartphone technology advanced, Gojek transited into a mobile apps, revolutionizing Indonesia ride-hailing industry and expanding into other services like food delivery and logistics. You can move to the next slide.
Nadiem Makarim's journey with Gojek is an inspiration for young entrepreneurs and startup founders. His success teaches us several important lessons. The first, dare to innovate. Gojek started a small center in 2010 with only 20 motorcycle taxi drivers. At the time, people still relied on traditional ojek or opang without a structured system. But Nadiem saw an opportunity to make transportation more efficient. When Gojek launched its app in 2015, it quickly transformed the industry. Today, Gojek has millions of drivers and processes millions of transactions daily. This proves that even a simple idea, when executed with innovation, can change an entire industry. Second, adapt to technology. Instead of just running a transportation service, Nadiem integrated digital payments, food delivery, and logistics, making Gojek one of the Southeast Asia's first super apps. He embraced mobile apps, AI, and fintech, showing that business must evolve with technological advancements to stay relevant. And the third, create social impact. Gojek is not just about profit. It empowers millions of drivers and small businesses, helping them earn a stable income. His vision has contributed to economic growth and financial inclusion in Indonesia. And lastly, perseverance and leadership. Nadiem faced many challenges from competition with global companies to regulatory issues. But instead of giving up, he kept pushing forward, adapting and improving Gojek's services. His journey reminds us that resilience and a strong vision are key to long-term success. Next slide, please.
Okay, thank you to the all presenters. Finally, we have reached the last agenda. I would like thanks to the presenters and all of you for watching in this video. Hopefully, the presentation has been beneficial for us all. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.